Hi, everybody.
Hey everyone, welcome.
Welcome to TFT Tarot for today.
Divine Dabblings with
Oberon.
and me, Banshee, and Sassy.
And the sassy cat.
Who needs a diet? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody is well. Hey Patton, I see you got in first. Good show.
Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Mary.
Hi, welcome
Angel Mary.
Cheryl. Thank you for subscribing. Whoa! There goes our camera as Sassy runs off. Well, I'm shuffling a deck for the collective. First thing first, we'll do a quick reading for the collective. And it's from my Tree Magic Oracle by Gillian Kemp. Oh, from the Philippines. Nice, Cheryl. Nice to have you here. We are from Michigan. And Sunny has joined us now, our other cat, who's very close to the camera.
Keep them entertained.
I'm keeping him entertained. Mr. O had to go grab something, so I'm going to pull the card today. Yeah, I know. Thank you, Patton. Thank you. We're working on it. I hear you're volunteering moderator. Oh, Gina has arrived as well in January, girl. Hey there, guys. Welcome. Let's see what we have here. Make sure I got this right. I think Gina and then January girl. Gotcha. Hope everybody is okay. It's getting kind of real for me now. They're talking about sending me back to the work building sometime in the near future, probably August. So we'll see how that goes. There was a very interesting meeting today. But at best, it looks like I might just be there one day a week for most of the fall semester. So that sounds pretty good. All right. Mr. O is back in time to pick the card for us.
I wasn't on camera because the camera wasn't here. I could have been here and no one knew. I just wasn't talking.
That's so not like you. They would know you weren't here. Wow, well look what we've got today. The laurel tree, which is victory. And it says, there is no crowning glory of achievement without first being victorious over inner conflict. So let me see, that's number 17. That's a very positive card. You will be victorious in love or something you love or love doing. The laurel tree symbolizes victory and is sacred to Apollo, the Greek god of light, youth, and manly beauty. A god of prophecy, his name means from the depths of the lion. And as the sun rules the laurel, this tree predicts that nothing on heaven or earth can prevent your good fortune. In Roman times, laurel leaves were used to crown victors in recognition of their glory when they triumphed over external and internal unrest. Easily you grow into each new opportunity like the laurel, victorious over frostbite by sprouting again from earth level. You will wear the crown of success predicted. And that's for you guys today.
Olé.
Olé. Whoops. Hey, wait a minute here. There we go. Yeah, the laurel tree.
I just want to hear the Twilight theme when I move into my Twilight years.
The Twilight Zone theme, you mean?
Yes.
Yes.
Not the Twilight theme. No, not that. The Twilight Zone theme.
The
Thank you.
Twilight Zone. I thought that's what you meant, Mr. O.
I like vampires, but not if they're sparkly.
So, oh my gosh, Gina, it is coming. Awesome. Happy Cancerian.
So, we'll be a day early on Sunday if we mention it.
We will celebrate it Sunday. Maybe there'll be, if you are here, there might be a special surprise for you. So that's an excuse to be here, Gina. But anyway, want to talk about the decks you're using today, Mr. O?
Sure. Backed by popular demand, not really, is the Tarot of the Mermaids, the Mermaid Tarot. This one's becoming a big hit. I read today for some coworkers, and we loved it. And that's the Eight of Pentacles from that deck. And then I also have my Tarot of the Sacred Path, the Ancestral Path Tarot deck. That's what that is. That's the back of that one. And the Prince of Staves from that deck. Nice image there. Staves are wands. And then I have the Night Sun Tarot, which I've used a few times. That's the back. And this one is the Hierophant.
Here comes that camera knocker over, Kat. So I've switched back up to the After Tarot today, which is an interesting concept deck. The book was by Corinne Kenner, but the art is by Giulia Francesca Massaglia, and the concept by Pietro Allegro, and it is a, I'm pretty sure, I was going to say, Lo Scarabeo deck, of course. And then I've got the beautiful, honestly, the beautiful Animal Totem Tarot. The book is by Lisa Robertson, illustrated just magnificently by Eugene Smith. And then,
that's the end. Oh, look, their tails are touching.
Aww. Gosh, I'm not sure. It might be by Keith Wong. But I have the Revelations Tarot also, which I might be using again today. And then finally, I'm not going to hold up the cards, but I have the Pagan Lenormand by Gina Pace. Gina. And the artwork's by Franco Rivoli. And then I have the Fairy Lenormand Oracle, which is by M. Katz and Talia Goodwin. Artwork by David Corsi. And I think we're ready to go.
Hey, Pat, and I was out of work or not able to go to work for about 12 weeks, maybe 13. And then I've been back about 2. And it's a mixed impression I have there. But as far as locking the doors, that just never works with the cats. Because number one, this is our dining room, so there are no doors to lock.
Yeah, literally.
No. If we had a room that we were locked in, they would scratch at the door and make all kinds of noise, and it wouldn't work.
It wouldn't work either. They do not like to be locked away from us.
They're a part of the show for better or worse.
They're necessary evil for now, unless we find a different table they can't jump on, and we might get to that point someday, but for now, it is what it is.
Truly.
So, I see Patton's already got his question on there. He wants to know if he should buy an Android phone. Wow.
They're not babies. They could easily jump over it. Well, if it was tall enough, maybe not.
Well, we thought about that for some other area of concern, but yeah, it would be hard to close off this area here. There's no baby gate wide enough for the opening here.
Yeah.
So
we're just in the wrong room to do that.
Yeah, so if we switch up rooms someday, which we might.
We've been thinking about that, having a different room to use rather than this one, so it might happen.
But I'll tell you what, we have so much furniture and books and things in this house, it's going to take some major rearranging to get to that point.
All right, so we're doing Patton's question?
We're doing Patton's question, and I think it's a perfect yes-no.
It's a perfect one.
It is.
They're never in the ring.
So, Patton, were you satisfied with what you heard at the Apple thing? I just watched that first day. I haven't tuned in since. I've been too busy working, but I did want to check out that first day. Well, sort of. I mean, hey, I've already got my computer. So it was interesting to see that thing about the, what is it? Is it like their own silicon chip or whatever they were talking about? Something that's going to enhance energy usage and stuff like that in the future, revolutionize things as they always do. Sounded interesting.
All right.
Yeah, and the speed too. This is interesting.
We have the answer that you probably really wanted to hear.
I'm not sure, Baden. It says probably it's leaning towards no. You should not get an Android phone. But why? Why? Well, we have one Ace of Cups. That's the ace. But then we have the Seven of Wands upright. And we have the Nine of Pentacles reversed. So I'm almost thinking that Nine of Pentacles, Mr. O, is saying that that really no, because you're not going to be satisfied with it.
Well, with me, I sort of think like the one is where when it's upright is sort of like a solitary thing, a unique thing because Apple, and then reverse the Android. Oh, everybody's got an Android. It doesn't make you special at all.
Well, maybe. Okay, I could see that.
You're more special when you're aloof and on your own than when you're out there with everyone.
That is a good point. That is a good point because it's not a standalone thing. It's like there's really nothing new there or nothing really exciting, I guess. But then also we have the Seven of Wands.
Keep in mind, those are not strictly no's. They're leaning towards no.
Right, right.
There's a small possibility of yes in some of these we've done.
Well, absolutely. If you don't get a definite no or a definite yes, there's wiggle room for doubt here. And this one, on the one hand says that, that maybe you should wait. I mean, I'm guessing on this one here. I'm really intuiting on this one that maybe you should wait till something really stands above the crowd. That maybe something is going to come out more in the not too distant future that you should wait for.
Or the other part is until some of the unnecessary combativeness or competition sort of dies down, and then there is that clear standing out, because you get that there too.
Yeah. Maybe there'll be better deals.
That too.
I don't know. But I don't know. When there's a lot of competition, people are, wiggling the prices so they can compete with each other. I really think it's about the product, I'm going to gather. And I think that if you wait, there might be something better by waiting. I think that's what it's saying.
Oh, that's very nice to get something for your mom.
Awesome. Was it just for no reason at all, or was it a birthday or special occasion?
Do we do the Lenormand?
Oh, I'm going to do the Lenormand. You're right. I'm just, I don't know.
Well, I didn't know if we were finishing up here.
We are.
Ah, yeah.
Well, I hope she likes it.
So we're going to pull the Lenormand for
See
you.
if we get anything else on that.
Any little nuance or detail.
Boy, it's starting to get warm here tomorrow and for the foreseeable future, like the next whole week, going to be hot, hot, hot. With some storms coming tomorrow, supposedly. So I've got the ring. And I've got the tree. And so I guess if you're going to make a commitment to get, the phone,
iPhone.
then, you should make sure it's something, that's maybe expandable that you can grow with for a while, something that has, that's just not going to go out of date right away, which I'm sure you wouldn't do anyway, but something that, has growth potential in some way. If you...
Maybe it's a apple tree. I got nothing.
So that's what I would say there. But it sounds like you will commit to something that will be better. But I still feel as if you wait.
All right, so that's what we have. And yeah,
Hey, Yolo, I'll get
take
you
it
on the
easy.
list.
And Cheryl mentioned a question. Oh, I see she's retracted. Yeah, Cheryl, you'll be the next one after the reading that we're going to do right now for
Yeah, I'll go over the list
Angel Mary.
right now. So after Patton is Angel Mary, and then Cheryl, Gina, January Girl, and YOLO. I did not miss anybody. Did anybody else sneak
I'm
in
going to
here?
look real quick, and I don't think you
I don't
have.
think so. Looks like we got a slow night tonight, which could be interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty. So Cheryl, just type your question. Oh no, not Cheryl. Sorry.
Not Cheryl. Angel Mary.
Mary, we need your question.
Just hold that thought. We'll be back to that in a
Okay,
moment.
well, remember that question, Cheryl, but we're going to take care of Angel Mary if they're here.
And I'm going to type Angel Mary's name
Yeah,
in
it's
just to make
possible
sure they're
that
with us.
they took off, so we'll check. And if they did, then we'll get right to your question, Cheryl. We'll see. Oh, yeah, we're getting a heat wave now, but supposed to be storms tomorrow. We'll see. They've been predicting storms for the last few weather systems that came in, and they ended up being duds. So I don't know what to expect. I just don't know anymore. But we could be in line for some heavy rain tomorrow. Tomorrow night, to be exact.
Okay, and we're still waiting for Angel Mary, so...
You got to make a couple announcements?
We have, and I've typed in their name too previously.
Oh, I just said,
So-
is there any announcements we could make, or you think we should just
okay.
go?
Well, for those who may be new here, like Cheryl, we have a daily card on Twitter and Facebook. You can go to TFT Tarot for Today in Facebook, or on Twitter, we're at TFT Tarot #4 today. And you can get a daily reading there. We do that every single day. We're also back on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I don't think that Angel...
Yeah, I think Angel Mary took off. So Cheryl, we're going to do your question now.
Okay,
I'll
so your
put Angel
question...
Mary at the
okay.
bottom.
Okay, so we're going to use a set of your cards for Cheryl's question? Or mine?
Okay.
Which deck?
Um,
I asked.
your deck is fine.
Okay.
Let's do that, please. Well,
And
thank you, Cheryl. We're taking care of that question right now.
God bless you too, Cheryl. Thank you so much for
Oh,
that.
thank you. Oh, Angel, where were you?
Ah,
We called you and you weren't here, and I had to move you down the list.
we have a short list. Let's just swap her in right after.
Okay.
Let's just do
if
that.
people don't mind.
But
Angel,
stick around.
We'll take you right after Cheryl, but please stay. Stay and hang on.
Maybe Angel has a slower connection tonight, or there's something going on, so we're
Hey,
sorry about
Dr.
that.
V. Welcome, welcome.
Hi, we're doing good. I hope you are too, Dr. Victor.
Well, good to see everybody in these crazy times we're in right now. Coronavirus has taken off again, and sadly, even in our state, our numbers are starting to rise again. I'm getting kind of nervous.
No problem, Angel. We'll get to your reading right after this one we're doing now.
Okay?
Looks like you want a love reading.
Yeah, now we've got yours, Cheryl, so we're all set.
Okay, so for Cheryl, here's your reading.
So what are they thinking, feeling? Your crush. Okay. Oh. Okay. So we have, for Cheryl, we have the Four of Wands upright. We have the Six of Cups upright. And we have the Queen of Swords reversed. So I guess I want to ask you just a couple questions, Cheryl. First one is, I know it's a crush. Do you have any, relationship with this person at this time? or are they just a crush? And then my second question is, do you know them from the past by chance? Are they somebody you've known a long time?
Childhood friend,
Yeah.
high school friend, something like that.
Because
Classmate.
okay. Yeah, I don't know here. The Four of Wands is a very interesting card. I mean, the Four of Wands is kind of marriage oriented almost.
Yeah. Are you thinking this is the person you think you would like to marry? Or do you think that you might think that maybe they want to marry you?
Yeah, I know. They seem like a person who might want to settle down someday with you. And you can see there's some kind of connection or tie here. Sometimes this looks like from the past, but maybe this could be that you might make this person think about great times from their past, or things that comforted them from their past. They feel very comfortable around you.
If I had to go a little more esoteric, I wonder if maybe they think that they know you from a past life, or that the connection is a twin flame or a soul mate.
Are you
kind of
actually
connection.
saying twin flame?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
So yes, it seems like there is a strong connection there. There seems like there's possibly some obstacles with the Queen of Swords
Yeah.
reversed. I'm actually wondering if maybe there are people who oversee you, like maybe you're still relatively young and maybe there's some parental involvement or family involvement, or maybe it's the family situation where they feel they're entitled to have some oversight. So what I'm picking up is that maybe they're a little bit maybe not impressed, or maybe that there's, and maybe it's their family, maybe it's Denver's family, I don't know, but I get the feeling like there's a little bit of opposition. I don't think it's major, but I think maybe there's somebody who is not totally objective looking at Denver or you both in the situation.
Well, I'm going to take a slightly different approach to that card. I'm wondering if, Denver may have a lot of feelings, but I'm not sure if Denver knows how to approach those feelings right now. And maybe has a lot of difficulty making their mind up, on what they really want to do.
Okay.
I think that there might be a little bit of that there, because I don't know why I'm picking that up as possibly coming from Denver. And maybe, on the other hand, it's possible that Denver feels that, maybe they don't think you think a lot of them.
Yeah,
Could be
like
the
maybe
other,
they see you
too.
as being a little unobtainable for some reason, or that maybe they don't think you would look at them objectively. It's possible that they feel that way. It may not really be the reality.
Right. It's just the way they feel.
So we're going to pull 2 oracle cards from the Lenormand, and these will help us give a little bit more
Hopefully.
clarification, hopefully.
They usually do, but sometimes not. Let's see what kind of a day we're having today. Well, this is interesting. I've got the key card. And I've got the rider card. So this is interesting to me because I got the key card and then the rider. Now the rider means different things. The rider can mean news and messages coming to you. The rider could also be movement because, it's somebody, well, in this case it's a deer, but generally it's somebody on a horse, riding and delivering messages or news.
Thanks, Sonny.
And so this is what I think, Cheryl. I think basically the key here is for somebody has got to make that first move. Somebody has to make the first move.
Yeah, so I'm not going to just kind of nail that on you and say that what I'm feeling from the cards is that maybe you are the one who should do that.
Yeah, I think it might be possible here. But, gauge it. I mean, go with your gut. I mean, if you really feel like there's some chemistry happening there, take a chance on it. Because that's what it looks like here to me with this Lenormand. You can have anything to add, or you think?
No, I concur.
Yeah.
Very good. So that's what we have for you,
Yeah,
Cheryl.
I'm glad you enjoyed that. And do come back again for
Thanks for
readings.
subscribing and liking and following. We really appreciate that.
Absolutely. We take care of our followers here.
Sunny says yes, because they got to take care of me.
Hey, Angel Mary, are you still here? You wanted a love reading? Is that what you wanted? Or,
I think you said a love reading, so... and we understand you have a slower connection, so I think we're going to just go ahead and start that reading. And then...
well, yeah, you can... Okay, here it is.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
Ah.
Oh, which country? That might be tricky. We'll see what we can come up with.
We may be able to get some sense of a feeling there of what it could be. You know, like a European country versus an Asian country, you know. Or
why don't we do a yes-no first
to
see if they're going to meet their spouse through travel. How about that?
Yes.
And then if it says yes, we can go forward and see if it's, you know, going to which country. I mean, because you could travel in your own country and meet someone too. It's true.
Cheryl says you're cute.
When they behave, they are adorable. We have 3, and they're all siblings we got from a shelter.
I think I can tell that, Cheryl. We do too.
He's
the one who comes on our table the most, but sometimes the other ones will too. But he's usually the glory hog.
The one you'll see the least is our black cat, Shadow. Sorry. That's an ace. Well, you know what? It's leaning towards no, Angel Mary. We have one ace, the Ace of Cups, but we have the 9 of Cups reversed. We have the 7 of Wands again, came up in a different deck, and that one is upright. And then we have the Ace of Cups reversed.
I don't think it's likely you'll find them in another country. I think the 7 of Wands sort of tells me that maybe they will be somewhere in your presence at some point when the time is right, when you're ready to rise to the occasion. The 9 of Cups reverse sort of indicates to me, too, that if that was your wish that you would meet them and travel, that's probably not really likely, or there may be some things about it. It's not to say that this wish is impossible or that the answer is no. It just doesn't seem likely right now.
Yeah, it seems to me that when this happens, you're going to be in a really good place in your life. I mean, you're going to be really feeling good about yourself, kind of on top of everything. And then lo and behold, the universe is going to respond and bring somebody to you. But I think that you're not going to have to travel to find this person. You know, I'm not going to rule out the possibility that they may be traveling when they find you. I mean, that might be possible. But I have a feeling you're going to find them in your own backyard.
And I think that sometimes the 7 of Wands sort of has a sense of expectations. All of the 7s sort of are about unexpected or things expected. So I am thinking that basically what Banshee said a moment ago is sort of like it's just going to kind of come up out of the blue in a way when it happens, perhaps. And maybe you won't really realize it, but that they're just going to show up. I think that is a possibility here. Hi, Libra Cuz.
I got you on the list, Libra. So let me throw some Lenormand and
we'll
see if that concurs or not. Maybe they'll...
And in the meantime, I'm going to use the Sunny Cam, the kitty cam. Let's see. Hi, baby.
I think he knows when he's on camera.
Do you know when you're on camera? You're so sweet.
Well, okay. So this is kind of dark, but it's the home card. And then I've got the mountains. And, you know, that's not to say you're not going to have some obstacles here. There may be some obstacles you're going to have to overcome first before you meet this person. But the home card, again, kind of leads me with the impression that this is going to be in your own backyard.
Yeah, I'm just going to go with that too. I sort of feel like home is where the heart is, so to speak, and that I think, because I know you've talked about the foreign travel and the foreign possibility of a husband before, I think that it's possible that that is a sense of what you're trying to attract to yourself, and so maybe it's more likely this person could meet you here or not exactly in their country, somewhere else maybe. I'm sort of getting that.
And you know, now that I'm looking at the mountain card here, you know, I mean, it is possible that this is indicative of where this person might be coming from. Some area, some place that is mountainous.
Well, and that could be a lot of places.
I know.
mean, even
It's the closest I can get to a location.
Even Great Britain has some little mountainous areas. So.
Well, and another thing is the home card is here, which again means to me it could be a mountainous area, you know, not too far away. Like if it's another country, you know, it's not too far away from where you live now.
Thank you, Dr. Victor. I just saw that. Thank
And that's
you.
kind of what we see, at least for today's impression from the tarot, Angel Mary.
So as you know, we think it's a snapshot in time. So, you know, you may want to come back and ask us again if things sort of point in a different direction, that kind of thing.
I am thinking just by the nature of what I see here, it's not going to happen right away.
Yeah, this is
Still
not...
going to take a little bit of time. Like I said, there's still some blocks or obstacles that need to be worked out. But it seems like when you are in the perfect space, you know, really, mentally, physically, spiritually, this thing is going to come out of the blue, you know. That's the way I feel about it. So that's what we have for you. Hey, okay, so we did Cheryl, and now we are on Gina.
Here's your totem animal.
Oh, okay, I will, Gina.
Here's your totem animal, Gina.
He's trying to make a bird. I don't know if he is.
It's a butterfly.
So after Gina's January girl, YOLO, Dr. V, and Libra. All right, so I'll get the animal deck right up here.
You are very welcome, and I hope that works for you. And, you know, feel free to come back and ask more, and we enjoy you. Thank you. And Sunny says, I want to go take a nap now. Still loving the chocolate bark. You get a biscuit again. Oh, Monarch. Nice.
Well, I'm still working on the new computer. I don't know if Patton's still around or if he took off, but I'm still working on the new computer. I got some programs loaded, and now I have to get the adapter, which I think I'm going to get tomorrow, so that maybe we can start setting up cameras and experimenting. But it might be another week or two before we actually use it in our stream. Here you go. Oh, Monarch Butterfly. You know, oh, just ask if we need more. No, not yet. Not that I ever say no to chocolate, but I gotta show some scribbles.
You know, it's so weird because, I mean, I'm kind of like the kind of person like most men who could lose weight just by thinking about it. But I'm actually slightly drifting down all these weeks here, and I think part of it is just I just don't exactly have my sense of appetite. When I'm at work, I'm walking, running all over the place, and so it's like, eat, eat, eat. Over here, I'm like, not quite the appetite. Hi, RC.
That means I got to make him get busier. Hey, RC. I'll get you on the list.
And kitty hair is flying in my face, so if you see me dabbing at my face, it's because Sonny's itching me with his flying fur, and we brush him so often. I don't know what we can do with him. Yes, but you're adorable. I love you, son man. No, it's not too late.
Well, you have two favorite animals of mine here, Gina. We have the Four of Pentacles, which has a squirrel. Love my squirrels. I'm trying to figure out, that must be a Roadrunner?
That's a Roadrunner.
That's what I thought. It's the Page of Swords reversed. And then I have the Moon upright, the Owl. Love those owls. So, wow. So what are they telling you? They're telling you to kind of, maybe right now, keep things close to your chest, keep things, hold on to things right now. Maybe you should. I'm getting that feeling as opposed to some of the more, how should I say this, maybe greedy aspects of that card.
I'm thinking, let's go crazy, let's get nuts. Thank you, Prince.
And the Page of Swords reversed, well, do you want to take that one first?
Page of Swords reversed. It's sort of like somebody who's maybe a little bit of clumsiness. So maybe it's saying watch for some little missteps. Like maybe you're going to have a little bit of clumsiness, or maybe you're going to have a little dexterity issue.
No falling.
The other thing is that if it's not really about a physical thing, it could also imply that maybe you might misuse some words. You might say something that somebody will say, oh, that's tacky. You shouldn't have said that. That's not very diplomatic of you. Something like that. So it is possible that somebody's just saying, mind your words a little bit, mind your sense of presence, With the Moon, of course, to me, that always seems to indicate that maybe there's something to be found out. And usually it's a deception or a mystery or something being spoken behind our backs, that kind of thing.
Well, I'm kind of feeling like maybe the spirit guides are telling you you're going to find out something, that you need to, or you need to find out something. And then maybe you need to do some meditation, some inner work to find that out. Because, yeah, it's not yet revealed to you.
So when you think about it, all of these in a way are talking about boundaries, because this first one is talking about the boundary of holding on to your own stuff and sort of securing that, it's mine, it's mine. The second one is sort of talking about being careful to not get yourself in trouble by missteps or misspeaks. And then over here, this is sort of saying, watch and observe. There may be a secret here that's going to play out before your eyes, but you just sort of have to be a little bit mysterious yourself.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you'll get a message or a sign or synchronicity of some sort that may come to you. Yeah, these are very interesting cards. I like the squirrel one. I think that what it's saying, I know you were saying stash your cash. That's a possibility, holding on to your resources, or hold on to things that are really important to you. Whether they're values, whether they're, people, make sure you keep them close at this time. I think that's important. And I don't know, I totally agree with him about the Page of Swords and the communication missteps, but I really can't imagine that of you, Gina. All I can say is it'll have to be a real Mercury retrograde moment for you.
Bam!
So also, like I said, look for signs and synchronicities, I think, your totems are trying to tell you. And maybe the monarch butterfly is just that. Maybe that was the message bringer.
Well, I'm also wondering, too, if you remember the old Roadrunner cartoon and the Roadrunner song? If he catches you, you're through. So...
I don't even remember that.
Roadrunner.
And I used to love Roadrunner.
Roadrunner. Roadrunner. If it catches you, you're through. You don't remember that?
I do remember it now.
Yes.
Yeah.
The warbly voice brought
gosh.
it back.
All right, let me see what we got in the Lenormand for you, Gina.
Most people, when they hear me sing, they say, can you sing tenor? Tenor 15 miles away?
Well, this is interesting because I've got the stars, which is about hopes, aspirations, and dreams, and yet I've got this isolationist tower. But when I think about it, this kind of ties into the Moon card here. Is maybe you need to spend some quiet time, thinking about, your vision, your hopes, your dreams, your future, and, see what messages come to you.
Well, it does have a hearkening to me, especially towards the moon, as you indicate,
yeah.
because if you think about it, the moon is so solitary. It hangs in the sky. It's the only thing there. It's closer than any of the stars. It's the brightest light in the night sky for the most part when it's there. So that's kind of interesting because it's alone. It's isolated. Maybe it's thinking.
You are very welcome, Gina.
Much love to you, my dear.
Always. So what do we got now? We've got January Girl. You are up. And after January Girl is YOLO. And then Dr. V, Libra Cusp, and RC Fun Time.
A romance with your fridge. That's interesting. But I get it. Hi, Shirley. We're going to add you to our list if you
Hey,
want.
Shirley, we'll get you on the list.
GE Company.
Okay, so what's better? Continue to try for a salary job or now the time to go for that commission job?
Can you refresh my memory about the DE? If you can. If not, I'll work it.
Who are you
Oh,
Oh, okay. So I don't know where that's coming in. I'm looking at a work question, right?
the commission job at the DE Company. That's why I asked about
okay.
DE.
Got it. Okay. That didn't work. I'm going to use the animal one more time, then we'll grab one of yours next. I like this deck.
So
Yes.
I'm out of work in 1 week. 1 week from today's
One
my
more
last
week
day.
till Mr. O retires from his job. 20 years of service. And he'll be bothering me again as I work from home. So what do you think? How are we doing this one? I hadn't even thought of that. Do you want to do the 2 and 2 and see what looks better?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to pull 2 cards for each of those ideas there.
The salary job is first, and then the other one will be second. So we'll see.
Okay, is that really Libra or RC? It's both of you. Temperance.
You're silly. Interesting cards.
Whoa.
Okay, so for the first one, which is the salary job, we have the King of Wands reversed. And we have the Page of Cups upright. And for the
Commission.
commission job, we have the Two of Wands reversed and the Ten of Wands reversed. This is really an interesting combination here because each has positive and negative associations
Clearly.
with them. On the one hand, I'm beginning to think your first choice, the salary job, just may not seem fulfilling enough to you or as much a challenge to you, I get the feeling.
I think that there's also possibility that there would be some personal conflicts with certain people there, maybe a boss. You might not really have the rapport you would like to feel with a partner.
That's true too,
And
yeah.
I sort of feel that. I don't think that's a determinant for really being able to do the job or like the job, but I do just sort of sense there might be some tensions there. But on the other hand, I sort of feel that in a way you would really fit in because there's a mellowness or a way that you would be comfortable there, bar that aspect. So maybe there's a culture situation there where they would try to get you to buck up to their culture and you're sort of staying more from your own space. So maybe that's a dynamic that's there.
It seems like you would be comfortable there and possibly even a little bit more creative. You know, it would free you up to be able to, dream up new ideas or do more brainstorming and stuff like that. And what about the second one, Mr. O?
Okay, the second one was kind of interesting too because this tells me that in some ways you would feel more free there. That Ten of Wands reverse sort of sense gives me an idea that there's less limitations, or there's more ability to maybe not feel burdened with that job. But the Two of Wands reversed also indicates that things are still not exactly clear. They're getting clearer, but they're still moving from a somewhat guarded position. So maybe that the guarded position is where it starts at, and then it maybe moves into that. So in a way, it sort of looks like, from my point of view, is that the commission thing might be better, but I don't clearly get any kind of differentiation between material benefits from either of those. So
well,
to
material
me,
or even other benefit.
Satisfaction,
They seem almost equal in some ways.
Right, and that's what I was going to say, is that maybe you would equally make about the same amount of money there, or at least initially in the beginning. It might take a while to get established and move to that point of less burdens. So it might be the kind of thing where you'd have to make a judgment call, and maybe you'll need to get more information later at some point from us or another reader.
Well, if this helps you decide at all, I don't know if it will, believe me, but looks like a letter is coming. Are you expecting some news from one of these jobs? Are you expecting them to possibly give you an offer? Or are you thinking of sending a letter of intent or a resume out? Because that's what I'm seeing there. But then there's this, which is the ship, which is a change, which to me indicates that, news of a change is coming. Or, after you get some news, you might be more willing to make some sort of change and some sort of move. And actually, the ship is also about travel. But travel could be, like a move to a different location, house-wise. I feel it could be traveling to a different job. When you think about travels or journeys, it doesn't necessarily have to be a vacation or a move far away.
Well, I think to answer that question there, I'm not so sure that either of them pointed out that one was more secure than the other, but my feeling is that maybe the commission one might be. It maybe feels that way only because of that Ten of Wands reverse, which sort of sounds like some freedom.
Yeah.
And freedom is security in a way too, is how I look at it.
Yeah, which seems like you may have some difficult people to deal with in the salary job, That's what it kind of looks like to me, that somebody, they're harder to get along with.
It may be that I'm just going to say that if they view you as insistent on, a better salary, they might find you troublesome, or that might color their expectations of you in a certain way. So I wouldn't tip my hand too much about that if I could help it.
I was looking at this card and I didn't even put the sea lion in there. That's kind of cool. Our computer's acting up again.
Yeah, it is. I got to refresh the camera over here.
Hang on a minute. Cameras.
We could probably do it now.
There we go. So I don't know. You can see that thing swimming in the wave there very darkly. It looks very shadowed. I just love the artwork on this deck. It's really awesome.
So what are you saying with that?
No, I just noticed that there. I was like, I didn't even see that there.
It's like a seal, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. That's the animal for the animal totem.
Yeah, exactly. So, because I was trying to figure at first, I see the cup, where's the animal? And there it was. So that's what we have for you right now, January girl. I admit it's not the most clearest reading as far as choices go. I think they're very close. So what it really is coming down to me, is what kind of environment do you really feel like you're going to be the most comfortable in? Because
something
here,
that feels secure.
It doesn't seem that it's going to be about money per se.
Right. She's sort of indicating what she wants is to know what might be more secure position for her. Right now, I'm sort of favoring that,
I think
but
so
only
too.
because of that card.
I agree.
It may be that security would be having a position, but the merits of your pay and or commission might be fungible. We're definitely having some problems with our computer.
Yeah,
here.
our computer's really acting up. So excuse us if we go in and out. This is not good.
Well,
it's
it may be
happening
that
all
the
the
cameras
time.
will still be working and the sound. It's just
Can
our
you guys
display.
still see us?
If the cameras are somehow Okay.
We're back. Sorry, it's our old computer, and like I said, we have
Money
a new
is
one.
security. I agree, January girl.
Once we break it in, we'll be in much better shape. Oh my, that is a problem. All right, well, I can see me here, so we're good. January girl, that's what we have for you. All right, so now it's YOLO's turn. Well, yeah, I think that's important, but you should do what makes you happy too and what you love. I mean, especially if you plan on staying at a job for any number of years. If not, and you plan on moving on, that's one thing. But I'll tell you what, working 20 years at a job you don't like would not be fun.
Oh, you've just described me in a way.
What? You like your
I
job?
like my job, but there's been, ups and downs. Everything.
All right, so that's what we have for you. So, YOLO, you are...
And just monitor that for a minute.
Can anybody hear us, just to be sure? I think we might have stopped. Nope. Are we still live?
Well, somebody just responded, so I think so.
Okay, good. So, YOLO, you are up. Yeah, it's basically our, I don't know, our graphics card, I think, is going on it. So, hoping we'll get that up and running soon, the computer, the new one.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
Yeah, my camera just went out for a moment there. Yeah, it may happen on occasion. Hopefully it's settled down for a while now. We'll see how it goes.
It's a Mercury retrograde thing.
I'm going to type in...
YOLO? It may have settled down for the moment. I'm crossing fingers.
Okay, if YOLO doesn't come in, we'll move on. But I'll give her a minute. I'll give them a minute. YOLO, then Dr. V, then Libra Cusp, or RC, or whoever.
Well played.
Keep us guessing.
Well, somebody said congrats, Mr. O, which I guess went to the idea that I suggested that it was really both of them.
And then Shirley's after that. So I'm going to get out a different deck.
Today was such a Mercury retrograde day. I didn't even tell this one the horrible thing that happened at work. Part of the reason why I ended up staying later and had problems, I didn't realize until hours later that one of my hearing aids fell out.
Oh no.
Because I have to wear the face mask at work, and so when I remove, sometimes it snags on the face mask and it comes on my ear. If I still have one in there, I'm hearing well enough to where I didn't notice it. It was actually probably out for hours before I realized it didn't have it in. I just think I was casually trying to make sure it was plugged in, and I'm like, where is it?
Well, dare you tell me where it was, Mr.
I will, but I work in a 100,000 square foot building, and
gosh.
my work takes me all over that building. So there was a lot of retracing of steps there, let me tell you. And then one of my coworkers found it in the lounge where I had previously been eating my morning pear.
Okay, I'm trying to understand that. So that was our C. It said, congrats, Mr. O. Libra Cusp is going to use my phone for her reading. Then I'm going to use my phone for my reading. So Libra will be answering from RC. Okay.
Too much Mercury retrograde.
Okay, I think YOLO has disappeared.
So who's next then?
So I'm going to put YOLO at the bottom. And Dr. V, you are up. It is your turn.
Hi, Dr. Victor.
How you doing, Dr. Victor?
And we'll give you a moment too, because sometimes your connection might be slower too.
Well, hopefully our new computer is going to be has a little more oomph to it.
We think one of the first takeaways will be that our new computer will better support high definition with our cameras here. We realize that, especially with this one, sometimes it's just not as distinct as we would like. The other one seems to be okay.
So our cats will look better than ever.
You'll see every little mat of hair that we forgot to brush out or something like that.
Okay, so
Dr. Victor, I'm going to type in your name. There's
YOLO's here.
Should we just take YOLO then?
Okay, we'll take YOLO. Kindly know what spirits want to tell me about my future. Okay, not a problem, YOLO.
All right, YOLO. We got it. One of my decks?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Let's do that.
We'll use the Tarot of the Night Sun to ask YOLO's question. Then we'll move on to Dr. Victor.
Okay. Let me shuffle away.
Mommy, somebody said I looked svelte.
Nobody can say that about me lately because I have gained weight. So I am going to be working my little tail off. But I'm really hoping we follow through with the plan once Mr. O retires. We want to buy bikes. We want to start bicycling again, which I think will be really good for us.
Then we can tool down the street and think of Gina and sing Psycho Killer.
Cycle killer?
Yes.
Okay.
Fa 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 fa. Mr. O is having a great time tonight.
I guess so.
Psycho Killer was a famous song by the Talking Heads about a good 40 years ago. Boy, am I in a time loop. Go ahead.
Okay.
That's it. I can never quite say that part. And I'm supposed to be French. Ah. Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Qu'est-ce que c'est? Qu'est-ce que c'est? How do you say
It sort of runs together the way he does it.
Yeah,
you know.
that's true. All right, so we have...
We saw them once or twice, maybe.
Oh, we saw them twice for sure. Maybe even a third time. I know twice. Okay, we have the Hierophant. It's twice.
I said twice.
Yeah.
I'm saying no to thrice. Okay.
But then we have the Ten of Cups reversed. We'll talk about that. And we have the Five of Swords reversed. So what do spirits want, let me get back. Spirits want to say about the future. Well,
Maybe marriage or a commitment or a strong relationship if you're not already in one. It's also possible, too, that maybe you might have to take a turn for appearance's sake. You might have to present yourself in a more conventional manner for some reason. Maybe you're making an appeal to some sense of tradition in a religious or spiritual sense. The Ten of Cups does concern us a little bit.
yeah.
Yes, son, man, we know.
Yeah, so this is about the future. So I have to look at this and say, that basically Spirit wants you to know that, there is marriage or commitment in your future, but it's not always going to be an easy road in marriage. There's going to be some disharmonies, there's going to be some issues, and I get the feeling with that card that the issue might be not so much between you and the person. I've got a hair, and it's one of my own, stuck on my glasses. There we go. Might not be between you and your partner so much as it might be between you and your partner's family. I don't know why, or maybe even your family, that there's some disagreement and problems that you might have to face with that.
That's the 5, yeah.
Yeah. And, I think ultimately, everything will turn out okay. Everything will turn out okay in the end because the 5 is reversed. And I always feel that that's better when it's reversed. It's as if, some things, I don't know about making amends, but some things seem to right themselves. Do you want to elaborate on that?
This one?
Yeah.
It does seem sort of like, to some degree, there's a sense of a stalemate, but not quite a stalemate. It's sort of like like things sort of resolved, but they didn't exactly resolve, and you kind of know you'll be back at that point soon. And that maybe is talking about the idea that maybe there's a sense of unhappiness that Spirit wants you to consider, not your own personal happiness, but maybe Spirit wants you to think about unhappiness that may be around you. I'm actually wondering if maybe Spirit is saying at some point you're going to be called to do more healing and counseling type work with people, maybe in a family situation, maybe family counseling with somebody, even if it's more lay person oriented. I think that I'm a folk psychologist because of what I do here. So I'm sort of feeling that, and that this is what Spirit's role says for you, is that maybe you're going to help get people through that that cross section where the divide is not really totally solved there.
Well, you know, take it for what it's worth. We've got two different perspectives here on that one. I think, you know, that they both could be possible. But I do feel that there might be some family difficulties, you know, that are playing into the relationship that will be coming in your future.
So, Yolo, we're going to pull a Lenormand oracle and see if that gives us any additional ideas or information. And just for everybody that's out there, we have entered our second hour. Dr. Victor, if you're around, don't go away because you will be right after this reading.
Okay, so let's see. I drew that one first. Okay, so Spirit also wants you to know that sometime, I feel this is in the not too distant future, you're going to be receiving some kind of gift. It could be, the computer's going again because my card froze.
Go ahead.
Okay.
You can still show it. It's just not, this is our display.
Okay, well, they keep saying we're going in and out. So at any rate, so it looks like some gift is coming your way. I'll get into that more in a minute. And then there's the moon card. So I think that, you know, something that you do is going to bring some success to you, and you're either going to get an award, you're going to get a gift, you're going to get recognition, you're going to get some praise for something that you do.
Well, I also think that both of these cards to me kind of tie into
It could.
the Hierophant in the sense of maybe a bonding, a ceremony, or the relationship or something moving in that direction.
It could.
Moon
because
has
the moon can be romance
moon
as
has
well.
romance feelings. The gift, it almost looks explicitly like a bouquet or like a bridal.
Right,
thing.
it does,
So,
but it's really... Oh, wait a minute. I need to look at that again. I screwed up again.
not you.
I did. I am sorry, Yolo. This card looks like a bouquet, and it is, but it's the lilies card.
Oh.
So actually, this
it
totally
does.
changes this. So basically, what I think it's saying is that, you know, it may take some time and some maturation still before, you know, you achieve what is happening here. Spirit says to give yourself time to grow and mature more, and, you know, good things will happen for you.
And maybe none of this is really about a physical marriage relationship. This could be about something more spiritual too, because the Hierophant is really a card of spirituality. And I get the feeling that the way these cards combine, this could be saying that the calling is to be of compassion to other souls and other beings that you're going to be helping them.
And to me also, it could indicate that success is coming to you later in life as well.
There is that.
Yeah. So that's what I have for you. Sorry I goofed that up. Doggone it, I did that on Sunday too. I'm not going to read with this deck if I keep doing that.
And we have Mary Grace.
I see Mary
and
there.
we are fine. Thank you. Hello to you too. Thank you for joining us this evening.
I'll throw you on the list. Yeah, that's what we have. So
Alrighty.
it's kind of interesting.
And as you can see,
Hey,
we have lovely cats.
Dr. Victor, are you with us?
Okay, Dr. Victor, we are hoping to get you and get your reading.
I'm going to go through the list. It's Dr. Victor, Libra RC, whichever, and Shirley, and Yolo, and Mary Grace.
We just did YOLO.
Oh, we did Yolo. That's right. I put you on the bottom because you had left.
Hold
So
your
Shirley
question,
and
Mary
Mary
Grace,
Grace.
because you're a couple persons away yet. So just hold on to that, or we'll scan back up to that.
Yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 people in front of you, Mary. So hang in there.
So we are waiting for Dr. Victor again, and I'm going to go ahead and type their name in and see if maybe that will.
We'll give them a minute, and just a reminder that he just did his emotional exchanges last Friday. We'll be coming out with another one very soon.
Another one, exchanges.
Did it just come out?
It came out today. So yes,
I
for
forgot
those
he
who
switched
didn't know,
to Thursday.
well, it's for Friday, but it
Yeah.
comes out on Thursday.
Yeah.
So I do a outlook on the emotional exchanges for the week, and it's run by the elemental signs. So you can check that out on our YouTube channel. A lot of people seem to think the information's pretty good, so I hope you will too. We also have an astrological reading called the Monthly Modality, and that came out about a week ago too, but it's good for the whole month, so you can check that out. And there we are.
And there we are. I'll be coming out with another soul story soon, and it will be my experience with ghosts. So do join me for that one. It'll be probably sometime in early July. I'll come out with that. Dr. V apparently has left us, so I'm going to move on. Put him on the bottom. Maybe he will return. So Libra, you are up.
And you did ask a question earlier.
Hey, Jenna. Welcome. I'll get you on the list.
Oh, hi, Jenna.
Yeah, you probably will, Jenna. You're at the bottom, though, but there's not too many. Let's see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, I think 4 or 5 in front of you.
Okay, so we are waiting for Libra or RC.
Yep. Libra or RC, whichever.
We'll take either, yeah.
Yeah, we didn't see you on Sunday. That's okay. Real life happens. Okay, there you are, Libra. From my ancestors and my angel spirits. Is reading tarot the right thing for me?
Well,
okay.
I think we should use the Ancestral Path Tarot.
Oh, good choice, Mr. O.
So let's go ahead and do that.
Right ahead. I'm going to sip some of my juice.
You're welcome, Yolo. And you are welcome too, Jenna. It'll be good to read for you again. We will tell you what the cards mean.
You're silly. You are a card today.
I am. I should be dealt with.
Somebody is getting really light in the loafers here because he's retiring. Some of us who have to work day to day are jealous.
So you're a green-eyed monster?
That would be me.
Green-eyed monster. The monster of jealousy.
Okay, cut them. So how are we doing this? Is this a yes, no?
Is tarot reading the right thing?
Yeah. Well, it's leaning towards a very good yes here. It's probably yes, Libra cusp. And what do I get? We have the princess. Is that a page or is that?
That would be like a page, yeah.
Okay, so the princess of swords here, which to me seems to
Grace, dexterity, diplomacy, tactfulness.
Communication. So I also think that, that the tarot is a great way to, communicate with the divine perhaps and with your spirits.
But it also, to me, is like whenever I see the Page of Swords, the Princess of Swords, I think of a dancer, metaphorically and otherwise. Somebody who can dance through life, who just sort of trips the light fantastic. Haven't heard that term in a while.
No, I have not.
And readers out there will say, what the heck is he talking about?
So I think that it's a good choice. I mean, I think too that, I don't know if, correct me if I'm wrong, but it sounds like that maybe you still have a lot to learn about the tarot, perhaps, and maybe, but it sounds like it is definitely a direction you should consider, because there's a lot of discernment that you will be able to make through using the tarot.
I want to give a shout out to all the various tarot readers and other types of readers, and some of them are friends of ours in our community, and people like yourselves, Esoterics Tarot, Violet Ann, the Tarot Lady, various people.
Oh goodness, I couldn't even name them all. Casey.
Mitchell, Casey. And the idea is that a lot of people are saying that all this stuff that's going on with the astrology, the retrogrades, the motions of planets in signs that they haven't all been there together in hundreds or maybe thousands of years. This is all moving to a point in time where there's a great spiritual awakening, but also there's an awakening of hidden talents, and that all people are going to be manifesting more psychic abilities. Some maybe with tarot cards, maybe some will have other abilities. We're moving into something really different.
Well, I'm trying to figure this out in relation to your question. I drew the anchor card here. And I drew the mountains. Now, oftentimes the mountains are a card of obstacles you have to go through. So I'm sensing that maybe, there's just still some little rough edges you have to work out in your practice with the tarot, and don't give up on it. It's worth climbing those mountains because
You need to stay here.
Yeah, you need to stay. I think the anchor is saying there's stability, there is structure here, there's support for you, by using the tarot. But you may have to climb a few mountains, to really get that comfort level, that you need with it.
Well, we've bragged or whatever about how many years we've read. It's an incredibly long time. But in the beginning, it took me at least 2 years to really master some of the memorization skills. And then once you do that, you kind of just let it go, and you
let it go.
You let it speak to you the way it does.
It speaks to you, it eventually speaks to you.
And maybe it'll take longer than 2 years, or maybe it'll take less.
A lifetime.
But I think at least 2 years is a good standard to hold for yourself, to get acquainted with the cards, to learn some reading methods, to feel comfortable and feel those symbols talking to you. Because that's the point. Is you may know the meanings of the cards, but when you see that, you should be able to see in your mind a little picture of things.
Yeah. So, start out the best, the easiest way you can. If the Rider-Waite deck doesn't call to you and something else does, go with it. But, whatever it is, make sure you study the symbols and get really acquainted. It's always good to have one really solid deck, I think, that you rely on in the beginning. And then from there, hey, the sky's the limit, as my room upstairs could prove with the many decks I have. So that's what we have for you, Libra RC. So is it just one of you?
Is there another question from the other half?
Yeah, or is that it today? Oh my goodness, only been 2 weeks. So you do have a journey in front of you, but I would say go for it.
I think you'll be fine.
All right, so that's what we have for you. So if the RC is not here for a question, then we will move on. Like riding a bike. Yeah, I hope I remember how to ride a bike if I get another one again.
So if either of you have another question, go ahead and type that in for us, because it's still your turn, I guess, right?
Well, I guess, or we're moving on to Shirley. So.
Or if you're satisfied, we'll move on. I had a really big salad for dinner tonight. It had a little bit of chicken meat in it, but I had tomatoes, carrots, cucumbers, and lettuce, a little dash of cheese. Liked it.
I had a big salad for lunch. That's when I had my salad today. Okay, you are welcome. So Shirley, you are up.
Hi, Shirley. I hope you're still with us. And if so, wait, never mind. One more question.
Never mind, one more question. Okay.
I'm going to get you for that. No, I'm not.
Okay, RC. And then Shirley.
Okay, give us that question. Go ahead, give us the
Okay.
question.
Go ahead, RC.
Connection probably.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I can't wait for the new machine for that. But you know what? We have to look at our cable equipment
Okay.
too.
I want to move back to the Tarot of the Night Sun, if you don't mind.
Sure.
We have your question, thank you.
What do the spirits hold for my future? Okay. Okay, let's see. So Mr. O and some of his coworkers are trying to figure out how to have a socially distant little retirement send-off for him next week.
Is that you, head librarian, way over there by that car down the road?
They might be like at picnic tables by near each other, but not too near. We got it, RC.
Here we go. Oh. Interesting.
What is that? Is that the 9?
Yes, it is.
It is. Whoa.
Well, you have some
Well,
really mixed cards here.
You have a mixed bag, the spirits say. You have the Devil upright. You have the Knight of Cups reversed. And you have the 9 of Cups upright. So, very interesting here. Well, cups dominate. So it seems to me that this is about emotional matters, and the devil is here. And so, Spirit might be saying that, there are times in the future where you're going to let your passions get the better of you. And, you have to mind that. You have to make sure that what you're doing is not harming yourself emotionally, either getting too obsessive about someone or too clingy or whatever the case may be. You have to be very careful about that.
Yes, I get the feeling like this is saying, what Spirit says is please watch out for falling too much into your own material interest. Try not to enslave yourself, as Banshee said, to passions or material things that don't really have benefit, that just make you feel like you're hungry, but they don't really fulfill you.
And
but these are better.
Because if you mind that, you have every possibility of achieving what you desire. This is, of course, like in the tarot, this is like the wish card. So, the possibility exists for you to totally get what you want, but you have to be careful to not be too obsessed by the process of obtaining it.
Now, a part of that also speaks to me the idea that maybe with this Knight here, that this is about an imbalance with a relationship possibly, or about thoughts about a relationship. Like maybe this quality of the devil represents a person who has a codependency with you, and that may be one of the challenges and it could be yourself. Maybe you're the codependent person. You need to look into those issues. But it does seem like it's moving towards the logical outcome of balance and happiness. It's just getting there through that.
Let me throw some Lenormand on that one.
I'm thinking of that old 50s or 60s song about devil woman. And of course in this deck, the devil is a woman.
And you just reminded me, I never mentioned something I saw Gina write in the chat. I love Take Me to the River. That's one of my favorite Talking Head songs of all times. Except there's that other one. Oh gosh, what's the other one I like? The house
And
one.
there she was.
What?
And she was there. And,
Well,
and
oh
she
gosh,
was.
there's so many songs of theirs I like now that I
Burning
think
Down the
about it.
House. Is that
Burning
the one?
Down the
Yeah.
House. I always like Burning Down the House too.
The one about the woman who's like slipping into the universe.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
I like that one
Yeah,
too.
Yeah.
I do. There's not much I don't like about Talking Heads.
A unique group. I don't think anybody's ever really done anything exactly like them. They're just really that unique in a way to me. It's that artsy thing from that school Gina mentioned. The art school thing.
So the other thing Spirit might want to caution you about is that, maybe it has something to do with the obsessions and the overly passionate or emotional nature. It shows that you could be in danger of falling into depression really easily and a pessimistic outlook. And it's telling you, you are smarter than that. You are craftier and smarter than that. And you need to just not fall into that. If you feel yourself slipping, you need to do something to get you out of that, because it's very easy once you are in that state to just keep going down that slippery slope.
And I think too that because of what you shared about learning cards and stuff, that to me the fox.
Wait, are we reading for RC here or Libra?
Well, we don't know. But the idea here to me is that maybe they're both learning cards or exposing to cards, and maybe the idea really is that in those cards will be the things you can learn that will balance, stabilize, inform, and take you forward. So yes, I'm just tying it back to the cards.
I guess, but I'm not going there. Okay.
Fine.
Okay. Don't pout.
I won't.
That's what we have for you. And we are moving on to Shirley. Shirley, you are with us, I hope. Oh, okay. Take care. Night, night. Have a good one. Sweet dreams.
Sweet dreams.
Oh, gee. Sweet dreams. Or is it these dreams? Heart?
Hard as these dreams. Sweet dreams is an old song by the Yes.
Yes, that's right. The Yes song, Sweet Dreams, Gina.
Go and write your letter. You know it will get better. Anyhow, you're gonna laugh again.
I like that song so much. Take care, Gina.
Bye, Gina.
Get
Love
out
you.
before we do more bad singing. Okay, Shirley, are you with us?
To me, when you really get into the cards and you learn the cards, what you find is that all of the cards are symbols that are in most people's collective mind. They're racial symbols or hereditary symbols, or they're ancient symbols. They're in our unconscious, and all cultures maybe has some handle at understanding them, that they're just that embedded in a collective unconsciousness. So once you understand that, it really starts to make sense that all the things that we can deal with in our life are in the tarot. And I think that you can even find, if you want to, correspondences between tarot and Bible verse and things like that. There's just a lot of correlation. But I think, yes, I think we are moving on, and we don't see Shirley. We've given her a little bit of time.
Well, I wrote in too to type.
Shirley, going once, going twice. Mr. Sunman says.
Okay, I put her next at the bottom. Hey, Mary Grace, you are up. And after Mary Grace is Dr. Victor if they've come back, and then Jenna and Shirley if they've come back. So we'll wait on Mary Grace's question.
Yes,
I'll
the
get it,
talking
Dad.
heads of broadcast news, right. Okay, Mary Grace, hi. go ahead and give us a question, or if you want a general reading, just indicate that.
Yeah, interesting. David Byrne was an interesting person. He's still around, right? He is still
He's
around.
toured recently, I believe,
Oh,
or
okay.
he did a stage show of some sort. I like David, but I sort of feel bad that he just chumped off on the rest of the talking heads. I know there was some really vital disagreement, and we're going to focus on Mary's question now, though.
Okay, finance. Let's see what we get.
Thank you for the question, Mary.
That cat. So I'm hoping sometime very shortly, in July, I will be starting my Material Matters. Dun dun dun. Speaking of finances, that'll be my weekly reading for finance and business and jobs and all of that. So what do we have here? We have the King of Wands, and it's reversed. We have the Seven of Swords, reversed. We have the Page of Wands, upright. Wow, so finances.
There's a little bit of sketchiness or trouble here. It may be that you're finding that you're trying to really right some wrongs and rebalance your ledgers or whatever you want to call that, get back in the game. But there's some opposition to that. At the same time, though, I do feel like eventually a message comes to you inviting you to a partnership, to a job, to a situation that maybe is not necessarily financially very viable, but the networking and the enterprise building may parlay into something. So you may want to look at that. You also have the King of Wands too, which is really a strong indication that your question was about finances, and that's something.
Finance or business,
Right.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Go ahead.
Well, the King of Wands reversed is kind of saying, you need to get stuff in order here. It's something's in disarray. There's worries, I think, and some stress maybe associated with it right now. But I sense that something is trying to rebalance itself. And I don't know if you're looking at investments here, if your question was about investments, or your question's more about, job security or financial security in the job market right now. But it looks as though something is trying to right itself. There may have been something like maybe a job lost or something happened. And the Page of Wands is a sign of hope that things are moving in a more positive direction. So I'm thinking that this might be a period that you're coming out of, and that like you said, from now forward. So this is like taking place right about now. And I would say moving forward, probably within the next, I don't know, 1 to 2 months maybe, because I think wands are pretty quick moving cards time wise. Something new is going to happen or show up for you. It's going to be very positive and growthful. So if you're worried, I'm sorry, I have one more thing. If you're worried about money, it looks like it's going to grow eventually in the end.
I'm also thinking too with the idea of what may you be coming out of now. What you may be coming out of now, as Banshee indicated, could also be too, and I don't know if this is from a previous job or just in general, there may have been a situation where you found that maybe, or you will find that somebody you're trusting for some of this kind of advice gave you the wrong advice. It's not necessarily unintentional. Maybe it was an accident, but some of that may have been what caused some of your problems, which are leading to trying to get things rebalanced, because you may have had some outlay or thing that you didn't expect, something that was kind of unexpected, and maybe partially you felt burned because maybe you felt you really were going to want to trust this advice, or you felt good about it and it wasn't exactly that way.
Well, looking at this being, I'm thinking about a lost job now. I'm not sure if this Seven of Swords means that it's possible it could come back, but I do feel what it's telling me is that you are going to rebound. You are going to rebound,
yeah, I think so,
and the Page of Wand is a sure sign of that. But let's see if the Lenormand points to anything else here.
Right, so
for
we
you.
do 2 additional cards from the Lenormand Oracle, and we try to texture that meaning into what the other reading was.
Okay.
Finding out.
Yeah, you're definitely finding out something because you have the book
Knowledge, finding out,
and you have the moon, which can also be about finding out.
shedding light.
Shedding light on something. So I think what this means is that, you are going to find out something in fairly short order that could. And the other thing about the moon, I should add, in the Lenormand, sometimes people read it as a job success card. So I think that what it means is you might find out that there is some job opportunity, that you should go for, and it'll be successful.
Mary Grace, I'm mostly a tarot reader, but I get some images from the symbols on the Lenormand, so I just kind of go with that to add to the reading. And sometimes I feel that with the moon, there's the idea of something about sensuality, romance, and I'm wondering too if there's always a possibility that maybe somebody who you have an emotional relationship may help you get that connection towards another job. Just a thought.
Okay. That's what we have for you. Wish you the best, and do let us know how that turns out.
Right. Feel free to come back and tell us or ask other questions. Alrighty.
All right, so we're moving on to Dr. V. Are you back? Hopefully you have come back, Dr. V.
We cycled all the way back to Dr. V.
Yeah. Well, Jenna is after that because Dr. V was at the bottom.
Got it. Okay,
Yeah.
not a problem.
I know how you second guess me. It's okay.
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 What I saw with that is possibly from a past connection, but it could also maybe indicate something in the future too. I'm more inclined to go with her idea on what the cards mean, because she is the actual Lenormand reader. Mine is just sort of an impression.
He's very good. He's very good at, picking up things off of the cards, even though that's not his real, area of expertise. He has more tarot expertise perhaps than me, but the student that I was has
No, you have a lot more than me.
learned the lesson well, Mr. O.
Well, that may be a question for another day, Mary Grace. But we are still waiting for Dr. Victor, who I don't think is here, so maybe we want to move on.
Okay, we'll move on. So Dr. V is not here. We're moving on to Jenna. It's your turn, Jenna. Hopefully you didn't run away. Are you typing Jenna?
Done. And we'll give Jenna a few more moments, and then we may start cycling back through again.
You're very welcome. Jenna. What was the last time we saw Jenna?
When she was talking about eating dinner.
Yeah, that's right. Cycling back there. It must be vegetable day.
Because I mentioned I ate a salad, a big salad.
Yeah, well, I try to eat salads most lunches during the week. Then I give myself a little break on the weekend, but I'm pretty much
And I'm just going to throw the Facebook page notice up there. If you're looking for a daily reading, go ahead there and see that. We have a lot of other content on our YouTube channel, so you can check that out. We have all kinds of funny things and not so funny things and who knows what else.
Watch us play a silly game called Medium and do very badly at it. Yes, there's my Material Matters, which I hope to be doing soon. I just decided to hold off till some of the quarantines and stuff were going away because, it's hard to talk about jobs and careers when so many people have been out of work.
And while we're still waiting, we have a lot of folks who help us. Our granddaughter, our son, our daughter-in-law have all contributed to our show. So I'm just running their names up there. And we really appreciate everything they've done for us. Blessings to all.
Okay, I guess Jenna has disappeared. Is that correct?
Well,
so
did we
ever read for Shirley, right? Or no?
I don't remember.
Shirley, are you with us still?
I'll type them in. Okay, not a problem. We got you now.
Jenna, you go right ahead.
Go right ahead. We had just called the next person who probably isn't in the room.
Probably is not here anymore. So go ahead, Jenna. It's kind of a slow night, but it's summer, so we figure people are out and about.
And we're old, so it's not like we have something else to do right now.
Well, we're still laying low because of, the COVID.
No, there is no prize. There's a prize if you help us get 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. I should put this challenge out there because it got notice when I did it on Facebook a couple days ago.
Oh, hey, Blah. I think we might be able to fit you in. We have one person in front of you, so if you hang in there, we'll get to you.
I'm putting a YouTube challenge. If we get 500 subscribers to YouTube by the time Mercury retrograde ends and leaves the shadow, so that's about a month from now.
I laugh.
Me and her will do her revised Mercury retrograde rap, even with a drum machine.
I don't know if that's worth people trying to get us 500 subscribers, personally, Mr. O.
Well, that would
I think we have to have a giveaway.
That would explain why nobody took a bite.
Yeah, I know. What is going to be normal? Will normal ever happen? I think it would have happened if people took it more seriously from the beginning. But, I think until there's an actual vaccine, it's going to be hard to visualize a normal again.
We do have a prize that we are thinking of giving away at some point. Somebody gifted us with a nice little set of cards, either unused or barely used. Literally new, and we are thinking of having a giveaway for that. Here's your reading, Jenna.
Wow, some nice stuff. Just a little off with this. We have the one card, the Queen of Cups reversed. But then look at this beautiful card, Jenna. We have the World upright.
I know, January.
And then we have the Knight of Pentacles upright. So, this looks very positive. But I will say, Jenna, the Queen of Cups reversed just indicates, try to keep your emotions together. Don't get all bent out of shape. with someone. It's possible that you might get into an argument or something. This is a general reading, so just be aware that, maybe right now you're going to be going through some stuff and you might be a little bit short fused. So try to avoid that.
The energy of this card could be coming from somebody else. This could represent somebody who really gets very carried away with themselves and emotionally is not always balanced. And so maybe they start arguments or they don't understand people and it causes problems. So it could be somebody else there with that kind of energy.
But the world is just saying, this is possibly a really successful time for you right now. Almost anything you want to do or achieve or try, you could possibly attain. You just got to put your heart into it.
I think the card would also say that, and I kind of sense this about you, Jenna, is that there's a lot of perfectionism in how you approach your tasks. You really want things to be really the best that you can do that. And this card tells me that this is really a big part of you to the point where maybe it's something you really carry with you from one month to the next.
Well, I'm going to pop these cards together sort of here because this is the Knight of Pentacles, and it seems to me that you have the ability to make some money, come your way. I think there's definitely some message or some news about some money, maybe a raise in pay or a better job, or, you do something that turns into kind of a successful enterprise.
Look at this card if you can see it, Jenna. There's a giant wreath around them, but in the detail, it's very intertwined, almost like sewing threads, like it's a threaded thing. So maybe it's just a sign about your sewing project.
Oh.
That she mentions.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
Oh.
That too.
Well,
okay.
it's possible that could come through because the Knight of Pentacles is the coming or going of a matter connected with money. And I feel that, it's obviously upright. It's positive. So it's going to be positive, something coming to you,
And
I feel.
it could help you seed your projects.
Yeah, it could be something that gives you a fresh start.
Very cool.
So that's what let me do the Lenormand, of course,
We're going
for
to
you,
pull our
Jenna.
two Lenormand.
Oh, okay. We'll get to that, blah. Thank you for writing the question. Let me just finish up with Jenna, and we'll get right on it.
That's not too bad, 6 to 8 weeks. And that's actually after Mercury's retrograde, so that means that if there's any possibility of a little screw up, somebody didn't sign something right, somebody put the wrong date in, less likely. Cool. Gee, by that time, we might actually have our donation page rigged up.
That's funny. Okay, but let's see. How am I going to read this? Okay. So we've got the moon shining bright, but then we've got the mice. What a fright. I made that rhyme. So the mice are little issues, and that's why, it's funny because I think I would throw the mice together here with this Queen of Cups reversed and just say, don't let little things upset you.
August may be starting off with this little, I think that was for August, wasn't it? Or was it just general?
Just a general reading, yeah.
That it just may be that in general, there's just like fussy people in the background around you. Leave them alone.
Or just something that's bothering you, something that just gets under your skin. Try not to let things annoy you. Try to keep a positive attitude because the moon, is all about success again. It's about finding out things you need to know that will help you succeed. And it's definitely positive for work-related matters or romance as well.
Are you asking if we see some certain prize coming to you? Is this related to the raffle or what can you give us a little idea there what you're talking about with the prize?
You know what? I don't see that for tonight, but let's do something quick. We're going to do something really quick for you, and then we'll go right on to Blah's question. Let's do a quick yes, no. Will she win the raffle? Let's see what it says.
All right. Yes, we're going to do a quick yes or
We're
no.
going to do a quick yes no to see if you're going to win the raffle tonight, Jenna. But remember, anything goes. It still doesn't mean you may not win.
However, if we say absolutely yes and it's absolutely yes, we want a small portion.
We'll take a piece of that. No, we're just kidding. We're just kidding. I'm a very lucky person, and I will not ask for other people to share their luck with me because I do okay.
Don't you dare ask for her to share any proceeds.
I do okay. I win things a lot.
So let's see what Jenna's got coming tonight, possibly, or whenever that raffle is.
I like the aces in this deck. I do.
Wow, it's...
Well, there's a
kind of-
possibility of yes. And it's really interesting, the cards that came out here. We have the Ace of Pentacles reversed. We have the Ace of Cups upright. And wouldn't you be happy if you won? And, it's really interesting to me because we've got the Seven of Cups reversed. And the Seven of Cups reversed is all about making a selection or choice. Like picking something out of a raffle container, So I'm thinking it's leaning towards yes. It doesn't necessarily mean you are going to win, but you know what? Keep those positive vibes flowing. You never know. Act like you've won it already, and maybe you can, attract it to you.
When it comes to certain types of games of chance where you do this thing where like you pick something, before you do that, you should always just calm yourself for a moment and say to yourself from an inside perspective that you're just wishing for the best, that you're hoping Spirit will give you what you deserve. And then pick it with intent, that you're letting yourself be open to that chance.
So that's
I
what we
hope so,
have for
too.
you, Jenna. Good luck. I wish you the best of luck.
Please
See,
let us know
I'll
one
send
way or
you
the
some
other.
luck. There you go.
The Banshee luck.
Hey,
You know,
Blah.
there's-
Okay, we have your question. We'll do your question now. How will
interview
my
with Company
interview
P
with
went.
how did the interview with Company P go yesterday?
All
Okay.
right.
Want to
So-
use a deck?
Yeah, I'm going to use
Okay.
the Mermaid Tarot again.
All right.
This last hour has gone fairly fast.
Yeah,
We'll be done in no time.
I think so. Right on time tonight.
And then one more day of work. You're welcome, Blah.
You are welcome, Blah. No problem. Let's see what we get. I hope it went well.
Is that a yes or no then?
No,
All right.
I think that's not really a
Jenna,
yes.
you're
no.
always welcome. Our show wouldn't be the same without you. I mean that, honest.
Our show wouldn't be the same without everybody. What would
Everybody
we
is
do?
such a great part of our show. And even when some folks go away for a while and then they come back, so some have gone away for a lot longer than you have, they come back, it's just wonderful.
All right, I'm ready. All right. Let's see what we get. Well, there's some good and some bad here, Blah. We do have the Five of Swords upright. But we also have the Four of Wands upright. And we have the Knight of Cups upright. I really hope this means that you are going to get some happy news soon. The Knight of Cups is indicating something positive, something that's going to make you happy coming your way.
I think it does seem to be a good omen here. It seems
Especially
like
that.
it seems like you would fit in with this place, but I do sort of feel like what the Five of Swords represents is that, and I don't know the conditions of your interview. I've gone to interviews where there were panels, and there's always one person who sort of asks the most confrontative questions, and the ones that you look back and say, oh, I wish I didn't have that question. So I'm wondering if that could have happened, if it wasn't a panel with one person being that contrary kind of thing. Maybe there was just this obligatory, gotcha question. I've had that in interviews too, where like they wait till the last minute and they ask you a gotcha question, which is basically something that they want to see how you roll with that. So to me, that is the sense of that. It's sort of like they want to see how you handle some sense of dissension or adversity. And I don't know if that's involved in the company that you would be in, but I just sort of get that out. But other than that, I think Banshee is very right here, that there's something probably prospectively good that you will hear.
Yeah, sometimes I like to think with this Five of Swords that, especially with an interview, that there might be, like he said, there might be one holdout person. If there's more than one person you had to meet and interview with, that may be causing problems. Maybe they have somebody else they'd rather steer the job to, something like that. But it seems to me this Four of Wands, it's like he said, you would be a very good fit here. And maybe they're recognizing that in some way. Also, I think that this is indicating too that you could really build something here. You could build a career here. Maybe if you're just looking at it as a place to start, okay, but it can set some type of foundation for you, I think, for your future. That's what I'm seeing, and I hope it works out for you, because it sounds pretty good.
It does.
Let me do the Lenormand for
so
you,
we're going to do
Blah.
our Lenormand. See what that shows us, too. Yes, we do spells once in a while. Not really. Just covering our bases.
Readings and spells.
That's actually a holdover from our Valentine's Day week.
Oh, that's right.
Super Tarot Love Week.
Because we did a silly love little working
We had a lot
there.
of fun. We did a couple of little silly love spells, and we did some other things, and it was a lot of fun. And it's in our YouTube channel, so just look for that.
All right, let's see what we got. Oh, my goodness. Okay, Blah. I really, I'm usually one who doesn't like to get people's hopes up a lot, but I don't know what else to say about this here, so you're going to have to let us know.
Dang, these look good.
I have the Ring here, and I have the Sun. So basically, this sounds like, a commitment will be made, and it will be very successful. So I'm thinking that you might get an offer, you might get a call back, if not an offer. They maybe do want to talk to you more.
These cards are so positive that I'm actually wondering if maybe the Five of Swords represents your inner feelings, like that you feel you sabotage yourself, that you said something and then afterwards you said, oh, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like maybe this is more your inner feeling, because everything else really looks
It's looking really positive. So I hope so. I really do. Mm-hmm. So hold on to that feeling, and maybe, something good will happen. That's what we have for you, Blah. I hope that helped. Heck, I would like a reading like that.
I used the Mermaid Tarot today and read for some of my coworkers.
Oh, really?
Just a couple cards for each of them. It was very nice. They liked it.
So that's going to wind up our day, I think. We're going to end a little bit early. What do you think?
Why not?
I think we're done with the readings. Dr. V, you didn't come back, did you? I'd certainly read for you. And if not, we're going to call it a night. And just remind people to check us out on Facebook and Twitter, where we have all kinds of fun. I've started, we don't have a blurb for it, but I've started my Journey of the Fool tarot poems that I'm going through. And it's the Fool meeting all the other major arcana cards and the lessons he learns on his journey.
Yes, and this would be really important for those of us who may be trying to have understanding of the cards at a little bit deeper level.
Yeah, I probably should have mentioned it when Libra was here.
So yeah, Libra or RC, if you're still around, check out our Facebook or our Twitter. We are featuring this stuff on both of those platforms. And I guess we've had a great night with everybody. So
Yeah. So hope you all had a good time too, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye for now.
bye.
Take care.